I'm Dan Galusha, and welcome to another edition of Shoot and Plink. Today we're going to be talking about something that I know a lot of you guys already know how to do, and that's boresight your rifles. And the thing that we're going to be talking about is a Henry, the lever action. You can't take a bolt out of that and look down it and do it all that way. So you have to use well, in my case, I'm using a thing that's called a LaserLyte. I've used a lot of these different boresight kits, and I just really haven't found the thing that I want. And I'm hoping this LaserLyte, so far how I've been using it, it has been working pretty well. And like I said, I want to show you on this, and some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you is for a person that has never done this before, such as taking this off and which way to turn it and all of that sort of stuff. But first we're going to talk about the boresighting gadget itself, the LaserLyte. It's right here. It's very, very simple. Just this little thing right here. And down here you have got some fittings. In fact, it comes with a whole group of them. It will fit any caliber from 22 to 50. I wish there was a 177 where I could do my pellet guns, but they don't have that. But this thing does work pretty good this way. This is the thing, though, that a lot of people don't realize. There's screws that come with this, and you want to use the right screw. There's a couple of long screws, a couple of short screws. You use a shorter screw for this one. This is the 22, and you don't screw it all the way into here. There's a little attachment, and I'll show it to you. Right there, this little thing right here. You don't screw that all the way in. You just use this little Allen wrench right here to screw it in as far as it goes to make a tight fit in the bore. In other words, what we'll do, and I think this one I've got it adjusted right, you put it in here and it has to fit snug, just like that. You don't want it rattling around. So you want it in there just like that, so that when you get up there and put that on the target, this isn't going to be going this way. It's going to be, or it should be, exactly the way that you would fire a round out of the gun itself, and the point of impact is what the laser is going to be showing on. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take that back out. It comes with what they call a daylight laser target. And you don't shoot this. You only use it to adjust with it. And it is very nice. It works real well. We'll turn this on. Now, I'll show you what I mean. There's the target. You can see a little laser. Okay, now what I'm going to explain to you is you want it, of course, right there in the middle. That's the ideal spot, right where I've got it. But what happens if you put your rifle up and the reticle, which is the crosshairs, you aim that right for the middle. So if this is up here, it means it's an inch off from there. So you want to adjust that. Say it's up here, and this is the way we're going to do it so you get an idea. You can do it both ways, but we want it here. We're aiming at this spot, but the LaserLyte itself is up here. So now that means it's got to come down an inch. What you're going to do is you're not adjusting the scope necessarily. You're not, in other words, you're not trying to bring it to that light. You're trying to bring that light to there. In other words, your point of impact, you want it to come down an inch. So what you do, take this off, and inside of here are adjustments on both of them. Get these off. Now, what you do is, like I said, you want it to come down. So the best way that I can explain it is you're going to push it down. In other words, if you screw something down like this, the screw is going to go down. So that's exactly what you're going to do here. You're going to go clockwise. And if it's up an inch, I'm gauging this in at about, sighting it in about 25 yards. And so I'll bring it about 8 clicks and then see where that borelight is at. So if it's up here, I'll bring it down, or I actually will be bringing the sight down so that once I put the sight on there, this is right where I want it. If it's over here and up, then what you want to do is bring it down 1 inch and in 1 inch. Same thing over here. If it's on the other side, say it's down instead of up, and it's down here like this, then what you want to do is you want to bring that light up. So you turn it the other way, clockwise. You keep doing this until when you put that crosshairs right on here, the reticle, when you put it right on here, that's also where that light ought to be shining. And that's what you want to do. So I've already done that with this, and it's already sighted in. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot it, and we're going to see how well it is sighted in using this. This is a universal sight. This LaserLyte is a universal sight. And there's a lot of different universal ones out there, like I said. But this is the first one that I've actually had some confidence in. The others just haven't seemed like it's worked. And what I've done so far with this, as far as using it for a red dot scope, it worked pretty good, and I think it probably will with this too. In fact, I did use it on another one, but this is the main one that I've used on. Like I said, with a lever action like this Henry, you can't do it the way of taking the bolt out and then looking down the sight and then trying to sight it in that way. You have to take it and have something coming out of here, because there's just no way to do it, as you can see. So what we're going to do next, we're going to shoot this, and we're just going to see how well it is. And when you do shoot it, this should get you on paper, as they say. Then you can adjust it again out there if you have to. But I'm going to set up one of my junkyard targets, load this up, and then we're going to do some shooting. It looks like it's shooting a little low, so we're going to have to bring that up. A little low. Off. Well, the people at LaserLyte were definitely correct. It put you on paper, it started you right off, and they're not saying that they're going to hit dead center with theirs. They're saying that it will put you on paper so that when you get to the range, you can hone it in a little bit better. And I was able to hit some center shots, and I don't know what happened down here, but again, like I said, I shoot freestanding. I don't use the bench rest. I've got a bench rest, and I could have set it up, but I didn't really have a spot to do it at the moment. Plus, it's starting to rain, and I want to get my Henry in as soon as possible because I don't want it all messed up with the rain. and also I was running low on ammo. And I didn't want to have to go back to the vehicle and get that. But as far as this goes, the sighting in, yeah, it was within, because each one of these is an inch, these squares. I used the sight in on here. And so it got me within a 4-inch area easily, right off the bat. And then it was just me adjusting it and standing there like this with it, as far as shooting it otherwise. So the little LaserLyte, this little LaserLyte thing right here, it works. It's a nice little gadget. It's the best one I've run into so far. I will definitely say that about it. And I've used a lot of them, and I just have not been that impressed. But by golly, this one does pretty good. And I bought this one, I think it's about $40-some it cost me. Got it online, and that was about the cheapest price I found. I think it was at Amazon. So if you're looking for one, I think it was like $41, $44, maybe $44 in there, somewhere or other like that for this. And I know they sell for a lot more than that. So this one, though, like I said, it works pretty good. There's those that you insert in the thing, and if you've got a lever action like this, there's no way that you're going to pull that bolt out and look down it and sight it, because you can't. So something like that off the end of the rifle, that'll get you in pretty doggone close. As you see, well, like I said, I got at least one right dead center. You've seen them more than I did, because I can't see them that well, that far off, even with the scope. But I'm going to keep using it. It's worked good on my red dots. I'm using it on that too, the red dot scopes. So as I said, the only thing that I would like to have them do is to come out with one that'll work on a 177 pellet gun, because I do a lot of plinking and shooting with the pellet guns too. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.